Good afternoon, Gills fans, and welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV for another match day live. Myself and Boz in the car en route to the Priestfield Stadium for another massive game. Gills taking on Peterborough United. We've just had a little look at their match preview to see if we can get an early sort of indication in terms of their line-up. There's nothing concrete. It says that they've got a couple of key players, doubtful or out. A big one which hopefully can help us is, I've tried to pronounce his name in my preview, Gwion Edwards, the Welsh lad. He's definitely out according to their match preview, which hopefully will help us. Another name that I mentioned as key, who I've rated for a couple of seasons, is Ryan Taffazoli. He's down as doubtful or hopeful to return, so that could be 50-50 and we'll find out more. What are you thinking today, Boz, in terms of, well, everything?
Who knows what a back 4 or 5 could be. We've got so many defenders out. Hopefully, positive signs are Jackson and Deji could return.
There was a tweet I see this morning that in the under-18s, Finn O'Mara featured and so did Nolan Bowe. So yeah, you'd think they would be
we've got some coming
options
back
on the bench if there was plenty of injuries. So fingers crossed, like you've just said, that Deji and Jacko might be available then. So I've heard a rumour, a whisper somewhere. Nothing concrete again, but apparently Mark Burner's broken down in training yesterday, so that might be a bit of a loss to us if he's not able to play, because I think he's been pretty decent over the last few weeks, especially against Bolton. He was probably the best of a bad bunch, yeah. And at least was one that was willing to keep putting his foot in and putting himself about when he made, and he actually had the balls to come out afterwards and tweet and say not good enough, rather than dressing it up with "we go again" and all that sort of nonsense. But like I say, en route to the ground, nothing concrete yet in terms of team news, and we'll catch up with you in a little while. Just walking to the stadium now, and Boz has just had a quick look at the fixtures for today, you mate. There's not too many teams that are down there and in and around us that play each other. The only one that stands out is Paul. So what are we saying there in terms of, I'm not really bothered about getting any higher up the league. Obviously I think the biggest concern for us is just staying above that line. So for us it's got to be an MK Dons winning it really, and hope that we can get something.
Don't take anything we do.
All the other teams that are sort of down there with us are playing teams well away from them, so you'd hope that they might all get beat, fingers crossed. There's one game already underway that involves Swindon, who are obviously in the bottom 4, our dear friends against our other dear friends Millwall. There's not long gone, it's currently 0-0. Like I say, in the ground or closer to the stadium, we'll hopefully have some team news for you. Just sitting in the factory prior to the game, enjoying a drink, and had a quick look on Twitter, and apparently Boz, there's a couple of tweets going out suggesting that Stuart Nelson has been dropped and that Thomas Holy's going to make his debut. What are we thinking on that, mate?
Massive. If this goes wrong, I used to have a lot of questions to answer. It's a massive thing. This time of the season, this situation, big call.
Yeah, this time of the season would be all right if we was comfortably in mid-table, wouldn't it? And sort of sitting pretty with nothing to play for. Because we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? So it was about this time 2 years ago when Justin dropped him and put Glenn Morris in, but we were safe then and playing well and sitting about 12th in the league, I think, and everything was done. But yeah, general consensus from us two is that it's a big risk, and we hope that it doesn't backfire, if true.
He wants to wear an egg, that idiot.
Little guest appearance on the match day live here. Got Tom with me. Team lineup today, mate. What are you thinking? Obviously the big one is Tomasz Holy is starting. It's been confirmed, so.
Well, in a situation like this where Nelson's not done, he's made mistakes, but he's not done a lot wrong recently, you sort of think, well, I say that, but he's made a few.
We spoke about this, me and Boz, and the last month and the first month, well, August was a write-off, let's be honest. He was chucking them in left, right and centre. And then we said then Jonathan Bond arrived, and he picked it up, and to be fair, especially since AD's coming off, I thought he's been very, very good. And then Scunthorpe, I think both goals were his fault. You can't dress that up. And there was a case for maybe him flapping at a couple of crosses in the Bolton game. Obviously, I didn't go to the game last week, but
big risk.
My
for me.
issue is that we've got a very unsettled defence and have done for a few weeks now, for months now actually, all season. So you bring someone in that hasn't played before in this sort of environment, sort of play, like reserve game sort of thing. So you need someone to command that defence, and Nelson's better at that than me. He's more of a leader.
It's just another, in general, it's just another a case of more players having to build up relationships on the job, isn't it? I
It worries me that we're in April almost, and we still have no idea what our formation is, what our best team is, what our best personnel is, what we do when it goes wrong. You know, like if it goes wrong today, what do we do? Put a striker on and play three up top, and it's a mess. It's a shambles if you look at it from back to front.
It's almost like playing FIFA. We've likened it to this season. It's been horrendous. It's he's fit, so we'll just play him anywhere.
To drop your keeper in March when, out of a bad bunch, he's looked like some days he can save us, some days he can't save us. I don't know. I
think that's been the case with a lot of them this season. They either look like world beaters or they just look like an absolute abomination, and like you wouldn't even pick them for like a Sunday League under 12 side. I'm going to say if we're going to quote the manager.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. I think today you've got to guarantee that you've got to keep faith in the players that are here to do a job. You know, you're not performing. You either say right.
And also they have experience at this level. And Thomas Oley doesn't. He's coming in. It's a new country and a new culture. And
I mean, we've got a decent youth set up here. Some people are saying we've got people that are on the fringes, but I don't think it's the right time right now. I don't think.
No, said it's 2 years. It's about this time 2 years ago that Justin Edinburgh was here, and he dropped Nelson and put Glenn Morris in for I think the final sort of 6-8 games. But at that time we said we were playing quite well and we was on an upward curve. And we were safe.
And Morris himself is older, wiser, knows the league more. He was a bit small, but he's good.
But now it's effectively another kid who's coming from another country. And
he's 25, ain't a kid. But at the end of the day,
he's not experienced in this level.
Sort of environment. Yeah, no, he's not. So it's a risk, and we can't be afraid to take risks. But at the end of the day, we are scrapping for our life right now. So we're
just worried, didn't you, that if he first 10 minutes and he chucks one of his own there, this lot of turning here,
that's the thing. We don't know him.
Poisonous.
We don't know him apart from YouTube, that sort of thing, and a couple of reports, but it is dodgy. You can't predict which way it's going to go today, which is worrying because every time we line up like this and we have players in the square pegs around holes and we have players coming back in at half fit, like Donnelly's come back today,
it's a strange one for me. I thought Parker scored last week, confidence is up, he's done alright since he's come in, he's probably been the best out of the AD Pennock signings for me, and he's been dropped for a player that ain't played for a month.
The way that we are sitting right now is that we are having to bring back players that are half fit because they're more experienced than the ones that aren't.
We've done all season. We've just been half cooked all the time. So
you've got to wonder today, like whether the likes of Oshalaja and whether the likes of Donnelly and that sort of thing are fit enough to cope.
You could be looking at half hour in, and we have to pull them off. But prediction. Sorry,
I said 1-0 earlier because for some reason Peterborough scored a lot of goals, we conceded a lot of goals, but I can see us. I don't know. I can see us scoring a goal today. I always do.
There's plenty of attacking players on there, but we ain't going to keep clean sheet.
No, that's a given.
I said 2-2.
Same sort of thing applies. Peterborough are good at scoring, good at conceding as well, though. So same as we are. So I can see it going either way in that sense. But I reckon 1-0. It's
it all comes
down
game, to other results. I think it might. It's probably our best. I don't say it's must. I've said it's. I think it's our best opportunity in terms of looking at our remaining fixtures. So anyway, so we're going 1-0. I'm going 2-0.
Yeah, don't blame me if it don't happen.
Fingers crossed. Cheers, Tom. Thank you, mate.
All right. seconds there, come on. Follow up. There's one all right.
Half-time, 0-0. Going to do the analysis with Boz quickly before he falls to sleep, because it's been poor, really. It's been really, it's like a non-event. Someone's just said to us, it's not got pre-season friendly field, really. It's just people standing off, lacks urgency, certainly lacks quality. What do you think of Thomas Holy first half?
Didn't have a lot to do. His kicking's a bit off, but
He's had two that he sort of topped, but some of them have gone absolute miles. And I want to put this in, I've never seen it before. One clearance cleared the Gordon Road, not the stand, the whole of the Gordon Road. It went into the road behind. So that's the highlight of the half so far. Main thing is, I think we look quite solid defensively, to be honest. We've done all right. I think Wagstaff, while he was on, and Lee Martin held their position. Jackson's been all right since he's come on. But teams in and around us are winning that shouldn't be, and the gap's down to 2 points at half time, so it's a massive 45 in store. Uh, 89th minute, 1-0 Peterborough. Give the fella too much space, he bangs to the corner from 20 yards, but we're in massive trouble. Tom, what do you think?
Inevitable.
A little bit, unfortunately, just as we started talking about potential clean sheet, but yeah, it sums it up, doesn't it, unfortunately?
We've been playing for the last 25 minutes or so, lethargic, walking it, not pressing for it at all.
No, exactly.
I think we're happy to settle for a draw here, and of course...
Now it's cost us.
Yeah, people pick up on that.
Just left the ground and we've lost 1-0. I think we're done. There seems to be the atmosphere as everyone's left seems to just be one of resignation. There's nothing happening, no one's talking really, it's quiet, and I think people have just given up on it now, to be honest. I'm going to go over to Boz. What do you think, Boz, out here? It just seems everyone's given up, sort of resigned themselves to the fact that this is going to happen now. I think it is, and we've just said off air.
You can blame Pennock and Jed all you like, but a lot of that team are the same team been there all season.
Same team
Still making the same mistakes I'm making.
Same team that was successful for 75-80% of last season as well. That's the thing, and
they haven't picked up again.
We've just said off air, and we think that they don't look like they're bothered, so why should we anymore? It's sad that it's come to this. I remember this time last season when we lost to Shrewsbury, and I think we realised, yeah, that the promotion dream was dying. Christ, I'd give anything to be in that position right now, to know that we're not going to get in the playoffs, because this is really bad. And we got all we deserved, didn't we? Because we sat off and we thought a 0-0 draw would be an adequate result.
I said that to you 10 minutes before the end. I wonder if he's told them just, all right, let's not lose.
Just don't lose.
And then suddenly we go one down and suddenly he starts lumping people forward.
Well, of course we have to, don't we? Because it was desperate like it's been for weeks, and we're in massive, massive trouble.
Back in the car. It's done. As far as I'm concerned, we're relegated, and anything else now would be a bonus. I'm not going to go to any remaining games and expecting anything. Pennant's way out of his depth for me. But you can't just blame him. You can't just blame Edinburgh before that. You've got to look at these players. You look at the set of players. Well, Nelson didn't play today, but from last season you've got Jackson Amar, Deji Osalaja, Josh Wright, Bradley Dack, Cody McDonald. They was all part of a team that finished 9th and apparently overachieved last season, so what's gone horribly wrong? I've just tweeted, just bored of the same nonsense, the same cycle of rubbish that we get fed every week now. Apparently the club site have tweeted and said that Peterborough's win was undeserved.
Why was it undeserved? They wanted it more than we did.
They were still trying to win the game in the last couple of minutes. We'd settled for a point when we was 4 points off the relegation zone, so maybe they didn't deserve to win, but we didn't deserve anything again because we shot ourselves in the foot and we kept making the same errors that we're not going to learn from. And I'm just bored of hearing this every week. On Monday we'll listen to AD come out and go, well,
we keep on fighting,
we've lost,
we've still got spirit.
We've trained well, we've had a chat, it's all great, the players are up for it, and then we'll get to Friday and listen to the same old nonsense in your press conference, and then come Saturday we'll get turned over again. So you might as well just put it on repeat. Fed up of it. You got anything to add, mate? Because I'm fuming again.
I'm done.
It's just draining and horrible, and we'll probably do a review on Monday and try and have a little look at it in a more balanced and slightly less angry way. But till next time, up the Gills.